Any talk that you're doing, I've found the fastest, easiest way to create my talk is what you're about to learn. And so we're going to create your whole talk over this weekend. We're going to go through the introduction. But before we even do that, you want to create the outline to your talk. And I found there was a Harvard professor by the name of Howard Gardner, who has he's a Harvard professor of education. And he studied all different types of ways to communicate and figure out how people learn. And what he discovered is that different people learn in different ways. And that doesn't sound like groundbreaking Harvard information, but what is interesting is he discovered how to communicate that information in the most effective way. So what he first discovered is that people are broken up into several different categories in terms of learning style. And they are this. So the learning style of why, what, how to, and then exercise. And what that means is if you are doing a presentation and you don't first tell people why they should listen to your presentation, you're going to lose 25 to 30% of the audience. So I'm one of those types of people. If I'm hearing somebody speak and they didn't tell me why I should listen, I have a really hard time listening because I don't know what's in it for me. What is the benefit? And so you need to communicate your talk. And so what Professor Howard Gardner discovered is that if you can communicate your information in 4 different ways, you will have the best chance. That's the same information, 4 different ways, you're going to have the best chance of reaching 100% of your audience. Okay, so about a quarter of the population there needs to first know why they are going to learn some information in order to get them to listen. The next probably 30% or 20, whatever, somewhere between 20 and 30% of people, you have to tell them explicitly what are they learning. This is where it comes in. Don't try to be easy to understand. Try to be impossible to misunderstand. Very clear, simple words. What are you about to learn? Okay, so that's why, what. So you're going to communicate the same thing in different ways. The same thing as your subject, your talk, why they should learn, what they're going to learn. Then how to. So how to is how to do it. Step 1, step 2, step 3. Make it very, again, impossible to misunderstand, very, very clear. This is how you do it. It needs to be simple enough that it sounds doable. It needs to be detailed enough that it sounds like it'll work. And it needs to be very, very clear. And then the last is the actual implementation of the exercise. The exercise itself. Okay, so you could tell people how to do the exercise without them actually doing it, but now you want them to actually do the exercise, okay? And exercises can come in lots of different formats. So far, you've done at least 3 exercises since you've been here. I've asked you some questions and you've written down some answers. Those were all exercises, okay? So what I've discovered is when creating my talk and I create my outline, I like to go first by figuring out what is the exercise that people are going to do, and then I work backwards from there. Okay, so I found if I say, okay, what do I want to communicate? What's the big value that's going to help my customer solve their big problem and get their big transformation? What is the exercise that is going to give them the best benefit? Is it a mindset exercise like we just went through? Is it a brainstorming exercise like we just went through? Is it a fill-in-the-blank exercise like we just went through? What's going to help them make the biggest difference to get the transformation that they are seeking, to solve their big problem? Okay, what is that exercise? Once I've got the exercise, I've found working backwards is really easy. I make all of my talks this way. I make if I have a 12-module course, guess what I do first? I go and make 12 exercises before I do anything, before I come up with the title of the course, Before I come up with the name of the product, I go and do the exercises first because it's so much easier. It's so much easier. And so this, one thing, if you look at all my material, you'll see this pattern repeated over and over again. When I'm teaching a subsection within a module, you'll see this exact same pattern. So you'll see it, and sometimes it'll be a sentence. I'm going to teach you an exercise. I'm going to say, here's why you do it, here's what it is, and now here's the steps, and now let's do the exercise. I can do that in 60 seconds. So you'll see this pattern repeated over and over again. And it was all from the work of Harvard professor Howard Gardner, figuring out that this is the best way to communicate information. This is the fastest, easiest way to create the information as well as communicate it. Go ahead.
I would venture to say that when you're creating the exercise, you're also keeping these the 4 different styles in mind, because you can create an exercise that people don't know why they're doing it, they don't get the benefit from it. And the way I've experienced the exercises you create, they're kind of multifaceted, where they still reach everyone.
Yeah. By the way, the other pattern that I repeat over and over again is with the exercise. I would say 90% of my exercise is to answer 3 questions. Okay? You just did that, by the way. What was the profitable speaker mindset that holds you back? What's the shift that'll make the biggest difference? And how do you ensure the implementation? That was an exercise that had 3 questions. I'd say 90% of my exercises have that. There are some times where that's not appropriate. So I just make up a different exercise. Okay? But 9 times out of 10, it's answer these questions, or like fill in the blanks, just like you did on the previous pages. I like to do it where they can just take out a sheet of paper and write something right there on the spot. Because that can be done in a live audience like this. That could be done in a webinar. That can be done on a teleseminar. That could be done in any format. What you don't want to do is tell them that their exercise is something that they can't do right on the spot. The exercise is something, go record your diet menu for the next 7 days. Like, they're so gone, do something where you can, for that same person, write down your top 10 favorite foods that are healthy that'll help you lose weight right now. That would be an example of how to create an exercise. So what we're going to do, we're going to outline our talk right now, and then what we're going to, but we're first going to do it by, I want you to go to section D right here on page 2. So in the process of outlining your talk, we're going to start with section D. And notice I didn't give you a lot of space on purpose. I don't want you coming up with 10 different exercises, because you're not teaching a whole course. You're doing one signature talk. So right now, let's take 2 minutes. And what I want you to do is write down what is the highest value exercise that is going to help your customers solve their big problem or make their transformation. And then we're going to take a short break. Get some writing music. And let's turn off your phones, let's close everything, shut everything down. Everybody settle in your seats. Make sure you can put your feet flat on the floor. Put your hands on your thighs. We're going to close your eyes, and let's take 2 deep cleansing breaths together. Breathe in deeply. And breathe a nice exhale, cleansing exhale. A little sigh in there. Let's do that one more time. We're going to get completely centered. Feel your sit bones in your chair. Feel the chair underneath you. Feel that nice sensation that your legs don't have to support the weight of your body. Feel your arms. Feel your chest expanding with your breath. Feel yourself, your whole body. And now I want you to imagine. Just imagine yourself. You're now floating downward and inward. You're going through this wormhole. You're going through this. That's going to propel you to this very cool place called the center of your soul. The center of your soul being. And this is a very supportive place. This is a very safe place. As you enter in your sacred chamber, I want you to step inside to this very supportive, sacred place. And you can feel in here, you can feel that there's something different. You feel like you are deeply connected to whatever source that you know is more real, the deeper reality that's there within us. There's more of you here in this space. You breathe in and you go, here I am, and step inside and go even a little bit deeper. And as you step in there, there is a master there. There's a wise sage person that is there. And you are this wise sage. This wise sage is you. This is a you that is totally connected to every answer that you ever have a question. If you have any questions about your niche or the transformation that your customers most desire, you can ask that question to this beautiful master that is you. And you can say to this beautiful master, hey, Brett's making me speak to you, and I'm going to ask you right now, what is the transformation that I am delivering to my customers? What is the transformation that they are coming to me for? What is the transformation that they are coming to listen to my signature talk for? And feel that you are deeply connected and grounded, and ask what is the transformation that your customers are seeking and why they come and show up to your signature talk and why they pay you to help them. And then you ask the master that is you, what is the exercise that will most help my customers achieve this result or transformation that they can do right on the spot? What is the exercise that they could just pull out their pen and paper and they can write it down, they can answer the questions, they can fill in the blank that will most help them with this transformation, and that they can do it right there on the spot? Tune in, ask that question, get that answer. When you're ready, grab your pen and write it down. Okay, let's wrap it up. Who would like to share what you as the master told yourself? Go ahead.
Yes, that was awesome.
Thank you.
Yes, it really was.
I got that from my friend Jennifer McLean.
Wonderful. And the wormhole going into the sacred world, that works really well, beautifully and quickly.
Cool.
So I, from my inner wise woman, was told that what my ideal clients are craving is to have more fun. And they want to have fun while they're transforming. And I have put on the side this idea of Metamorphon, which I actually have a website,
Cool.
which is my own defined definition of how to have fun while you're transforming and how to transform while you're having fun. That's the definition.
I like it.
Metamorphon.
That's cool.
Metamorphon.
That's very cool. It's clever and it works. Like, that's rare. That's good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And I had forgotten. You know, you do something, you go on your path and you're still growing and changing. And so that came home to me, and and it dovetails right into what I'm still working on the exercise. I have it, but it's long. So in this roundabout way of what I'm discussing here is that the way that psychics have fun is they manifest. That's one of the ways.
True? That is so
psychics,
true.
That's what we do.
Yeah.
So is your exercise about
In my
manifesting?
practice and my life is that I manifest every day. If I
Cool.
have fun, I wake up.
Yeah.
I'll set the intention. And
Nice.
what color is my day going to be? And where are the clothes? What's the color? Who am I going to attract? The color,
Awesome.
et cetera, et cetera. So that in itself could be a little exercise right there, just the working
Cool.
with color to manifest.
Good. Work. Yeah, definitely work on that.
Yeah.
I need to keep this moving, but that's great. Thank you. Go
Welcome.
ahead. What is your exercise?
So, because the green companies will receive these technologies from a galactic team,
they can try themselves already to have their first galactic handshake,
Love it.
right? So I'm leading everything with this galactic handshake, and one of the precursors is to raise your vibrational frequencies,
Yep.
which is really good for anything anyway.
Cool. Yeah,
So-
absolutely.
So first we raise the vibrational frequencies to the 12th dimension, and then they will have their first galactic handshake.
Love
Those
it.
who are meant to work with them, they will have their physical, tangible
Great.
handshake, and the ratio
Awesome.
is usually 50 to 60% of the.
That's a great exercise for your audience.
Yes.
Good job. Really nicely done. Okay, go ahead.
Mine is, what are the top 3 things that circulate in your mind when you think of your ex-husband?
Okay.
And
Adding balls?
I was gonna say 10, but I agree.
Now, we're not actually doing that exercise right now, but that sounds like a terrific one.
You made me
Being the only man, not like the fun anymore.
Yes. This is good, this is laughter.
That's
I like it.
great.
Thank you, everyone.
Good job. I love it. Give her a hand. That's great. Anybody else would like to share that? Go ahead.
Mine was the clients come to me looking to feel a greater sense of aliveness and joy in their life.
Yes.
And then my exercise is picking an area of your life and in the present tense, writing down your vision
Great.
for where you want to expand, where you want to grow, and use your 5 senses
Good.
and just journal what you really
That's
want.
great. That's something they can do right there on the spot. It
Mhm.
sounds like it's going to be motivating, like actually do something for them. Great. I love it.
Yeah.
Good job.
Great.
Go ahead.
Okay, for my client, who is me,
Mhm.
there's tremendous uncertainty right now.
Okay.
Seniors and whatever. So I told myself to affirm my authority and power in my life. So I'm not stepping forward as being helpless, straightway, and to create an affirmation to affirm that, so I live that. And I chose the 3 mindset questions because that was very cathartic for me
Great.
this morning.
Good.
Once you go through those, and I found that at the end of those, I felt happy and funny. And so the joy, you've got to process through that uncertainty to get to the joy.
Mhm.
And then the joy is my part.
Great.
Yeah.
Love it. Good. Excellent. Who else wants to share an exercise? Go ahead.
I don't know if we'd have time to hear everybody's, because this is great.
We do not.
Connecting me to what everybody's
Go ahead.
To never leave them, the transformation is to never leave themselves again, to never place their lovability and worth outside themselves, to know the safety of complete unshakable self-solidarity and being with the parts of you that have always been doing the best they could. And the exercise is the part of the wheel of self-love where you find something you really regret or can't get past beating yourself up, and you go back to who you were in that moment, what you were believing. And I like even taking them into a meditation where they really see that innocence of that moment.
Great.
And forgive themselves, and then address their fears and give themselves what they want from everyone else.
Lovely. Great. That's a good job. One more. Only one. Nope. Gone. Okay, good. All right. So, excellent. Thank you, Sean. All right. So now let's pull these out. So does that help you? What did I do with my, does that help you now see how you can create your signature talk and work backwards? Is it helpful?
So much, yeah.
I found it to just it makes things so much easier. Do you have a
Do
question
you
on that?
introduce the exercise in the beginning?
No. That's at the
No.
end.
The exercise is in the end?
Yeah, we're outlining your talk at the moment.
I know, but I put it in the beginning then. Okay.
We're not there yet. Yeah, no, you're going
on a
to.
journey first.
Yeah, the exercise. That's like one of the last things you do is the exercise. You got to teach them why they should bother with the exercise first. What is it they're going to learn? How to do the thing that you're going to teach them, and then the last thing is an exercise. So you're fine. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Yeah, this will be fine. We got 2 full days. You're good. All right. So, yes.
Just interject for a minute.
Oh yes, yeah. Please go ahead. Excuse me.
So the restaurant closes at 1. We're going to be breaking for lunch at 12:30.
Well, yeah, a little bit before 12:30.
Yeah. If you want to order from the restaurant, will you figure
Just-
your hand out?
Yeah, pass those out. So for anybody who wants to eat lunch here and order for the restaurant,
I
you
need
can.
these back ASAP.
Yeah, there's other places that are available for lunch. We're not breaking for lunch yet. We're gonna break for lunch in about an hour. You can eat at the restaurant here. You can go across the street. There's lots of places that are available. But if you think you're
How
going
long
to,
do we have for lunch?
I think we'll have about an hour and 15 minutes. You have plenty of time.
Beach was across the street.
What's that?
The beach was across the
It
street.
is.
Across the street. The other direction
It's a restaurant.
is, well, when I say the street, I mean the 5 freeway. And so it's across that street, and there are a bunch of
And
restaurants.
you could walk in.
So I can get the order.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little far, but yes, you could walk there. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're just going to outline your talk, okay? So, we talked about the different learning styles. People need to know why they should listen to your talk, your signature talk. You need to teach them what are they going to learn, and what are the benefits that they're going to learn, and then how to do the thing that you're going to teach them, and then you do the exercise so that they fully learn the thing that you're going to teach them, okay? So what we're going to do right now is come up with 3 benefits right now. So we're going to take 2 minutes. What are 3 benefits of watching and listening to your signature talk? And you notice underneath we didn't give you a ton of space on purpose. Okay, so you should have 3 short, punchy benefits. Because when you tell people, when you actually put this into a PowerPoint template, you're in the template, we're going to give everybody a template example. The font is like a 90-point font on purpose. You don't want to, you're not making a document, you're making a slide, you're making a visual presentation. You're going to have space for 3, 4, if they're really short, 5 words. So your benefits should be nice and short and punchy. Okay? So right now, everybody take 2 minutes and give us, write down the benefits of listening to the signature talk, your signature talk. What are the benefits that they're going to get? 2 minutes, go.
Is it on our paper here?
Yes, page 2. Page 2, under section 1, question A, learning style 1, why you should watch. Come up with 3 benefits of watching, listening to your signature talk. Who wants a little bit of help? Okay, Asara, tell me your benefits.
So, what I have so far is to create advanced solutions to advanced problems in the world.
Okay, and
So-
by the way, you're going to have benefits and results. They're 2 different things. The next thing we're going to do is results. Okay, and version 1.0, nobody freak out. Version 1.0, there's a difference. There's a difference. Okay, so just work with me here. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I misspoke when I just said that. There's benefits, and then you're going to tell. So there's the why, and then there's the what. And I'm sorry, I was looking at the wrong word when I said that. So that's fine. You're doing fine. So tell me what's the next one? You're good.
That was mine?
Yes. What's the next one?
I'm stuck, Brett, because they need to work with me to release it, so I don't know how to have a signature talk where I'm gonna teach them how to. Anyway, let me tell you this, I'll start. Okay. All right. The first thing you'll learn is you will be aware of areas where you are blocked. Okay? And then you're gonna realize you haven't done anything wrong for this, to be this way.
Excellent.
And lastly, you don't have to stay this way.
Great.
Okay.
So that's what they're going to learn
That's what they're gonna learn.
from the signature talk.
Right.
Excellent.
Okay.
You did it. That's a benefit.
Those benefits are in the what section now?
No, these are in the
They're in the
why you
why.
should bother to
Listen.
sit here and listen to me.
What's your last one?
I'm sorry.
You don't have to say that way.
Yeah, good. Okay, so now we're going to move on to the what. All right, so you got the why. Now, what are they going to learn? What are you going to teach them? Right? So 2 minutes. You give them the why they should listen to you. Now, what are they going to learn?
The results?
This is where you can put, no. So I'm sorry, when I made that little side thing, I think I probably confused people, but that was an accident. Now you're going to tell them, I'm sorry. I can see there's a typo in here that was kind of messing me up a little bit. But now you're going to go to B, learning style number 2, what you will learn and discover. Okay, so please just say, here's what you will learn, okay? And you tell people what they're going to learn, right? You tell them why, now tell them what.
So if the why is why you should listen is that you can work with more freedom, flexibility, and peace of mind.
Yeah, that's the why.
So that is the why. So now that we say,
What are you going to teach me?
what within the context of these things that will give a more freedom and flexibility and peace of mind.
Yeah, what are you going to teach me that is going to give me those results?
That will give me those results.
Yeah.
Okay. Which is the same as the result.
Yeah, but what are you going to teach me that will yield those results?
Like, so the process, the exercise.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
The exercise, the process. What are you going to teach? So that's different than the benefit that they're going to get from listening, right?
Got it.
Mm-hmm.
So, mind, the tame your monkey.
Absolutely.
Okay.
The
Now
tame
I'm
your
back.
monkey mind. That is,
Okay.
you're going to teach that,
Okay.
and they're going to get a benefit from it.
Do you mention at that point that if they watch it till the end, that they get a free gift?
We'll weave that in, but not.
Okay.
Yeah. You can weave that in. Okay. So you should be at the end, wrapping it up.
Brett,
Yes.
for example, is keeping your job a benefit or a result?
Those are both. It's both a benefit and a result. That would be the why. Now tell me what. What are you going to teach me that will help me keep my job?
Okay, steps A, B, and C.
Well,
And that's what
yeah,
I'm
if you have a
gonna say.
name of those steps, like what am I going to learn today that will get this benefit? So you now have my attention, because that sounds like a benefit. So what are you going to teach me? Are you going to teach me a process? Are you going to teach me some steps? Are you going to teach me a lesson? What are you going to teach that will yield those results? Okay? Raise your hand if you have your what. Okay, raise your hand if you're stuck. Who's stuck? Okay, so Janet, tell us why we should listen first. What's the benefit of me
Okay.
listening? And then tell me the
My
what.
3 benefits are to connect with your heart's desires,
Mhm.
you'll have clarity on your vision, and you'll commit to you and your awesome life adventure.
Sweet, great results. You have my full attention. What am I going to learn now?
You're going to learn how to listen to
Okay.
your heart's desire.
Excellent. Do you
Your
have
heart's
a
voice.
fantastic?
Mhm.
Do you have a process that teaches that?
Yeah.
What's the name of that
It's
process?
called to open your heart.
Put that in there. You're going to learn the open your heart process that will teach you how to get that big benefit result.
Okay.
Sweet.
And then the second one, I wrote down, you're going to discover the power of your written word.
Okay, and how am I going to discover that? How do you teach that?
I teach them about the joy of journaling.
You're going to learn the joy of journaling. How to do this.
Okay.
That's a what.
Okay.
That's a what with a result, which is the best way to describe it. Okay? Good. You're totally on the right track.
Okay.
Who else is
As far as I
struggling?
got.
Go ahead, Sid.
I just want to make sure I have this, I understand.
Sure.
So,
Go
okay,
ahead.
So my why you should listen is that you will learn to live with more personal freedom, physical flexibility, and peace of mind. I'll teach you the 7 steps to tame your monkey mind and experience total freedom and become the person you've always wanted to be.
Yeah.
And I'll do that by teaching you intentional breathing, the power of having a mantra, mindful meditation, and how to remind your mind and bring you back to center.
Fantastic.
Okay.
That sounds like I'm going to make an investment of 45, 75 minutes because you just told me why, and what.
Okay.
Great job.
Okay, thank you.
Is this becoming clear as to like why do we do this? It's super important because if we don't, you will lose people at the beginning of your talk, which you don't want to do. Go ahead.
Can I just ask one more thing? So then my exercise would be how to calm your heartbeat and mind in 60 seconds. So like that's the thing that you do to tie it all in together.
Yeah, and you don't need to, you can say that in the beginning. It's not a requirement because they're going to actually do it. Yeah, exactly.
Thank you.
Good.
Sorry.
Go ahead, Lynn.
Okay, the why is to listen to your feelings, to feel connected to your gifts, and to assume authority in your life. And the what is to get clarity of your status. I'm not sure of that word. And find certainty of purpose and a short-term plan through humor.
Yeah. Yeah. You did it. Good. Got your why, got your what. Who else? Go ahead.
Okay, so I'm getting really tripped up on this, making it have a title of my, what I will teach.
Okay.
Why does it have to have a title?
It doesn't.
Okay,
Doesn't.
okay, I thought I heard you
Di-
say it had to have a.
No, it did not have, just they had one. And if they had one, you can use it. But it doesn't, it's not required to have
Okay.
one.
Because that seems to me that it will come afterwards versus creating the title, then I have to make my content fit the title, so that's.
Correct. We are
Okay.
going to make the title next after we finish this part here. But, so yeah, and nor does your individual what's. They don't have to have titles, but it's convenient if they do. That's all.
Okay.
Okay? Do you need any more help, Sharon?
Not yet, I'll count
Okay.
it out here first.
Yeah, good. Who else is stuck with their what? How you doing, Lori?
Well, which one?
Conrad.
Me? Okay.
Yes, here.
Wording it the right way so that it's the why versus the what is
Mhm.
kind of what's tripping me up.
Okay.
So for my why, attract your ideal customers to you.
Yeah. Great. Why?
How to be pursued by your ideal customers.
Excellent.
Have more time to work on your business instead of being worried about getting leads.
Those are all great whys. Now, what are you going to teach me that yields those results?
I'm going to teach you a 5-step formula to getting automated leads from the internet.
Love it.
How to post on social media to attract customers.
Great.
The 3 biggest mistakes marketers make on social media.
Yeah.
Great.
Is that okay?
That's fantastic. You totally nailed it. Good. Did anybody else over there? Go ahead.
Yes, I am struggling.
Go ahead.
So my whys, learn how to be in control of your own health, learn how not to be a victim, and how to make better choices for yourself.
Good.
The what, you are a whole, one of the other benefits was understanding the connection between physical, mental, emotional, spiritual parts of you.
Okay.
So the what, you are a whole person in 4 parts, and how any one of those can impact the other. Learn a muscle test so you know how to determine what supplements or prescriptions are beneficial for your healing right now.
Good.
How to make decisions that will empower you rather than be a victim.
Great.
Thank you.
Fantastic. I was watching Lori's face as she was talking to you. It sounded like you totally nailed it. It looked like you totally nailed it.
It sounded really crystal clear to me.
See, there you go. That's some good feedback. Who else needs help? I saw a hand over here. No? Are we all good? Who has your why and your what? Who? There is, you do not have to have 3.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
We just wanted, so part of this is like, you're doing a little brainstorming, and maybe you write down 5 and you pick your top 2. It's, you need to make it work for you.
Perfect.
Okay? Yeah, good, excellent. Okay, you guys did great. So now we're just going to outline your how-to. The body of your presentation, the majority of your presentation is going to be how-to. So all we're going to do right now is outline your how-to, because we're going to spend a whole section on this later. So you're going to teach these lessons in the body of your template of your signature talk. Here you're just going to lay them out to help you create your outline now, and we're going to fill in the detail later. Okay, so what is the number 1 high value lesson? Oh, have we passed this out yet?
Yeah, we need a back right now.
Oh, okay. Would you guys?
Anybody wants lunch?
If anybody wants to eat here at the hotel. They've got a great restaurant here. If you don't want to go across the street or something, could you just pass her? She looks like she doesn't have one. Then let's just fill out your card. I'll let you.
The restaurant closes at 1 today, so we want to make sure
So, sorry, if you're going to eat here, just take a second and fill that out. It'll just be more convenient to just do it now. While you guys are doing that, so for Learning Style 3, when you create the body of your presentation, for the big thing that you're going to teach, the reason why they've come here in the first place, there is no, depending on the length of my talk will determine whether I teach 1 lesson, 2 lessons, or 3 lessons. Most of my talks are around 45 minutes. For me, that's only enough time to teach 1 lesson. Okay? Sometimes I have a 75-minute talk, I can teach 2. If it's a 90-minute talk, I can teach 3. The big mistake that I see a lot of people make is they try to teach 3 lessons in 30 minutes.
Yeah, you can't.
Nobody is going, you can't do it in an effective manner. So what we're going to do right now for your lesson is pick your 1 biggest lesson. Okay, pick your 1 biggest lesson. That's what we're going to focus on right now for the body of your presentation.
That's the how-to.
Yes, this is the how-to. Okay, so outline your high-value lesson right now. In your high-value lesson, you might have 3 points.
Okay.
Here's the high-value lesson. Here's point 1, point 2, point 3, but it's 1 high-value lesson. Sanika.
So is this the same as the exercise? Is it the practical thing that they're doing?
I would teach it in conjunction with the exercise. Okay, so meaning I taught a lesson on mindset earlier. And this is how we do the mindset. We did a little mindset exercise. And, we did mindset, preparing for the mindset, and then we did the exercise of filling in the blanks. Okay, so that would be an example of, and in fact, I don't know if you noticed, I told you why to do it, what it is, and then I actually taught the lesson, and then you all filled in the blanks. So that was 1 contained package that followed that exact format.
So it was kind of seamless, so that's what I'm trying to, it's not necessarily separated, the how-to and the exercise.
Yeah, it can be, yes, they can most certainly go together.
Okay.
Absolutely, yes. Okay, so this is going to be the bulk of your presentation, the lesson. So go ahead and write out what is the big high-value lesson you're going to teach, and just write it out bullet point style now. What is point 1 or piece 1, piece 2, piece 3?
Is this a 20-minute talk or 45-minute talk we're doing?
Well,
What makes a difference?
I would do the 45-minute talk,
Yeah.
and then you can add or shrink depending on where you're going to give your signature talk. Okay, so I have like my main signature talk is called Science of Sharing. Sometimes I had one. I went on Lisa Sasovich's stage, and I literally had 13 minutes. So I had to cut out a whole bunch of stuff and just teach, the core pieces, pass out my free gift, and so on. And then I've had other times, I've got another one where I'm teaching the same thing over 90 minutes, and I have to expand and add in lessons.
Okay, so what Andrea Albright's, were you at 90 minutes?
I think that was 60.
Okay.
I think it was 60,
Okay.
if memory serves.
Because you taught a lot in that time.
Yeah.
For the,
Yeah, but
Okay.
did it feel overwhelming?
It got me to come.
Then
So,
no.
no, it was not overwhelming.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
This is assuming this is a live, or doesn't matter whether it's on the phone,
So this is your signature talk.
no matter where it is.
Doesn't matter where it is.
Just about time, a quick question. When I did now my first webinar, it went over like 90 minutes. Is there a standard time frame? Was it too long you were there?
No.
It was not too long?
Yeah,
I
it
was not
really
sure.
depends.
Does it have
It
to
just really
be-
depends on the audience. I mean, when I'm giving my own webinar, if I'm going to sell something, they are usually 75 to 90 minutes, and sometimes I'll have Q&A go for as long as people are
I
buying.
had interaction too, yeah.
Yeah, so
Okay.
do you need something?
Yes, they give you lunch money?
Yeah, we've already passed them out. They already collected them and passed them out. Why don't you go out front and talk to
they're in
the
the
girls
front.
out there? Yeah. Thanks. Okay, so right now, write down what is the high value lesson that you're going to teach. Bullet point right now, point 1, point 2, point 3. Who would like to share what you're going to be teaching and step 1, step 2, step 3, or the point 1, point 2, point 3? Yes.
So my audience will learn how to make a lively contact.
Uh-huh.
There are actually 4 steps though. But
That's
it's not
fine.
very extensive.
Just so long as it's just, you just got to make it work for you and your audience. That's all.
Alright. So the first step is to raise your vibrational frequencies.
Mhm.
Second step is to have a positive intent for contact.
Mhm.
The third is to become open to receive all kinds of communications.
Mhm.
Like it could be visual, it could be
Yep.
visceral, it could be knowing. And the step 4 is then to, once you have contact established, to interact through questions, because otherwise you just go. They just leave.
Good.
There's nothing to say, do. So.
That sounds good. I think you got it. That's great. Who else would like to share the main lesson that people are going to learn? Go ahead and start with Lynn.
Okay, so this is for them to get clarity on where they are right now.
Sure.
Because everyone's all over the place.
Okay.
It's the be here and get clear process. And so number 1, mindset questions, so 3 mindset questions. And then number 2 is to create an affirmation that lifts them up. And number 3 is a verbal declaration of their affirmation, either to the group, depending upon the size, or in dyads or triads.
Okay, great. And then they're going to do the exercise after that.
Right.
Good.
Right.
I think you got it.
Okay.
That sounds great. It's a nice, clear way to just I don't know if it helped me tremendously to just bullet point the outline first, and then you go and actually create it. Does it feel helpful?
Yeah.
Good.
We always work off of a flow chart when we do our shows. And so if I don't have a flow chart,
Yeah.
I start improvising. And that's not good.
Monisha.
So the how-to is how to leverage your unique leadership genius.
Yeah.
And the first step is, C Love chooses the brand. So the first step is to introduce them to the C practice, which is practice of mindfulness. And the second is the love practice, which is practice of self-love. And then the last is the choose practice, is where you actually start consciously creating.
Cool. I love it. That's excellent.
Yeah.
Very clear. And that should be easy to fill in those blanks, right? Good. Then.
Mine is how to start using video to build your brand. The first step is have a plan. Second is to produce content. And number 3 is to publish.
Great.
It's a 3-step.
Perfect. See, we don't want to overthink this. We just want to keep it simple. You guys are doing great. Janet, Grace, did you have your hand up?
No.
Nope. Okay. Raquel.
The highest value lesson would be how to buy a home. And point number 1 is what documents are needed, what's the process and what to expect,
Yep.
and what not to do to avoid the pitfalls.
Great. Excellent. That's going to be the body of your presentation. Very good. Very good. Go ahead.
You know, it almost feels like we're outlining our whole course. But this is just a sales conversation.
You're seeding your course.
But we all want to put a whole lot in here.
Don't do that.
But that's a tendency, right?
Yes. This is, you want to teach them very high value information, high enough that they could walk away going wow, that was awesome, and for some people in the audience who want your help and to take it to the next level, they can hire you, right? You're going to show them how, okay? But it's super important to add value. I mean, has anybody ever sat through somebody's presentation where it was just a sales presentation?
Yeah.
Don't you hate that?
Yeah.
So you've got to teach them all of you are doing it. You're doing great. All of you are teaching a real lesson right now. Okay, so that's good. Lori, how are you doing?
Well, because I have a 5-step process, so I only have 3 points here.
Well, that's okay.
All right. So I put, for point number 1, having a funnel
automates your ideal customers coming to you.
Yep.
Just the concept of that.
Mm-hmm.
Point 2 is all the pieces of the funnel, which is really the 5-step process. And then, because I said I was gonna do it, point 3 is the social media mistakes.
Okay. What is your exercise again?
My exercise, I thought the most valuable exercise would be 3 questions to have them define their avatar.
Okay.
Because that's step 1 of the 5-step process, but I
Yes.
could kind of skim over it a little bit.
So just so you know, those are 2 completely different subjects. So I just want
What do you
to,
mean?
finding your avatar and building your funnel and doing social media posts, like those are 3 like very diverse topics, and it doesn't mean that you can't have them in one session, but because I teach all those things, I know a lot about them. I'm just going to suggest one thing to you. Perhaps in your exercise, it could be to map out your funnel, and it's like, I'm not kidding, this simple. Draw 3 boxes or 2 boxes, depending on what it is, and you say, here's your, here's your opt-in page, with your little video page, and then and fill in the blank, and here's the thank you page, and literally have them, or maybe it's 2 or 3 steps, and you literally have them draw it out. I'm only saying this to you because I've tried to do what you're doing before, and it's too much. So if you're having them do your like step 1 of the funnel, step 2 of the funnel, and then social media, and then I'm going to have them do avatar, that's going to get a little disjointed. Do you see what I'm saying?
Okay, let me, because what I normally, like I do this every week now in my online webinar, and I show them the 5 steps.
Yep.
Define your avatar,
Okay.
create your lead magnet,
Okay.
do your capture page, and get targeted traffic. What's
Okay.
my step 5? I'm blanking out.
Good.
But
That sounds good.
So having them draw, I mean, I draw it when I do.
Okay, fair enough. Just take the talk that's already working for you and add an exercise. Okay?
Yeah.
Can you do that?
Yeah.
But the highest value exercise that they can just write down right there on the spot.
And that's why I'm saying,
Start mapping out your avatar.
what is your ideal customer's biggest problem? Answer
Good.
the question. What is their biggest desire?
Excellent.
Where can you find them offline and online?
Great, I think you got it. That's fantastic. You can definitely do that in your presentation. That's good. Thank you for clarifying that for me. Good. Did you, yeah?
Yeah, I just would like some feedback
Yep.
because I definitely have the big problem of overwhelm.
Yep, sure.
The biggest lesson is being in control of your own health. Or part of it, take one step at a time.
Mm-hmm.
How all parts of you are interconnected.
Mm-hmm.
Effectively managing stress.
Mm-hmm.
Working with Western medicine
Mm-hmm.
along with natural medicine. And my exercise is muscle testing.
How many steps were there? I lost count.
I know, I got lost.
Yeah. it was
You
like-
went deeper.
How many steps?
Deeper than you need to.
Was that
That's a lot of good stuff.
6 or
Yeah.
7? How many
It's-
were there?
There's only 4.
Oh.
Wow.
Seriously,
Okay.
take one step at a time.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
so just take whatever the top 1 or 2 are. You narrow it down. Okay. That was just a few too many. That's okay.
Okay.
So just put it in order of effectiveness in terms of actually making the transformation to your customers. What's the highest, best one? What's the next one? What's the next one? What's the next one? And cut off the one at the bottom.
Okay.
Okay? Just do that right now. Lori.
I was just gonna suggest, what I heard it as is the Western medicine piece, and one of the last other things is delving too deep for a 45-minute, because you want to get to what's the very first action they need to take control of their health. And you want to get them to that space before they learn anything more. Because if they just hear and learn too much, it becomes overwhelmed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, she's 100% correct. So when we start doing too much, we just tune out.
Which is why that's why I spoke up.
Yeah, no, good job.
Overwhelmed.
Good job. So just go back and just start, out of all those things you said, what is number 1? Start there, and then if you have enough room, you can put in 1 more.
Okay.
Okay, just do that. So good. Who else wants to share their high-value exercise. Yes?
Oh, the high value exercise or the?
I'm sorry,
how-to.
the how-to and your points or steps that lead to that.
I have a question.
Well, wait, I'm sorry, let Lori
Sorry.
Dexter first. Go ahead.
Well, just for the what is, you will learn you will learn the blank process for creating momentum in yours and your team's work such that the intended vision or goal, desired results are realized immediately, free from overwhelm and blocks. The points are getting connected to your authentic commitment. Second point is unpacking the chaos. And the third point is how to integrate what you've learned in this webinar for immediate results.
Fantastic. You totally did it.
I love the unpacking.
That was great.
Unpacking your chaos. That's awesome.
Yeah, that is good. That's really good. And also, by the way, with this how-to, this is your unique system. Okay, we're going to refer back to this, but this is your unique system. This is probably the part of the unique system that somebody pays you for your 6-month program. Okay, this is your unique system that you are going to teach them. And for the ones who want more, they're going to hire you for your 6-month program. Okay? You had a question first, and then I'll answer yours.
Yeah, really quick. I'm thinking I should just take the whole social media part out.
I would.
Because
it's kind of disjointed.
When I do this online, it's 70, it's over an hour webinar.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I can just take that all, and then the focus is all about the funnel.
Good.
Right, okay.
Do that. Excellent. Go ahead.
Okay, so I'm confused about something that you just said, because I thought that the purpose of this was to seed them, to get them to talk to you, to offer them your 6-month, and what you just said kind of made me think that this is not significant enough for.
It's totally significant enough. In your 6 months, do you help them tame their monkey mind?
Yeah.
Perfect.
It's also catchy.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
really
Signature.
nice book.
Okay.
This is your signature talk.
Okay.
Exactly. Yeah, you're doing
Just
great.
to get them, just to talk to me, but not to going any
You'll see
not
it.
sell from this.
What we're going to do is you're going to pre-sell from the stage, okay? But until you are crushing it one-on-one, I don't want you to try and sell a $6,000 program from stage, or a $12,000 program from stage. Don't do it until you have mastered the one-on-one.
What's the definition of mastering the one-on-one?
When you have a full program and most of the people you talk to close and convert.
Okay, like 80%, what are you saying?
If it's 60% or 80%, you're probably ready. Okay? But it's super important to master and feel like you really understand your customers' needs, desires, and how to articulate the benefits of your program, and you've done it consistently and regularly, and you feel like, okay, I got this. Then you're ready to take the next step and do it from stage, okay? So great questions, excellent questions. Does anybody else want to share their how-to? Okay, good, all right. Now you can take what you've written down in your outline, and let's come up with a webinar title that sounds like a benefit that solves your customer's big problem. Version 1.0, okay? Could be How to Tame Your Monkey Mind. The title of my webinar is The Science of Sharing. And there's a subtitle, how to get your content shared and attract customers now. That's it. It's like super short and simple. Version 1.0. We're just going to get version 1.0 now. So everybody go ahead and write down what is your webinar title. And we want to put in a big promise. Okay, so who's got a sample webinar title? Who's got a version 1.0 webinar title they want to share with us? Lori, Conrad, go ahead.
How to have endless leads coming to you on autopilot using the power of the internet.
Oh.
Who likes that?
Yes.
Give Lori a hand. That was very good.
Can you repeat it?
Can you just do it for me?
Go ahead and repeat it one more time.
How to have endless leads coming to you on autopilot using the power of the internet.
Terrific.
Good.
Caressa, did you have your hand up?
I'm
That's
still
okay.
working.
Version 1.0.
Yeah,
Go for it.
Okay, so how to have fun while transforming yourself, your life, and ultimately the world through my metamorphon psychic process.
Cool.
That's good.
Yeah. I would change the order of that.
Yes.
The metamorphon psychic process
back.
is the title. So like for mine, the title is The Science of Sharing. Okay, so the metamorphon process. And then your subtitle promises the benefit and lets people know who it's for.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Very good. Sean.
How to get radical relief in your most struggling relationships. Now, I've always called it radical relationship relief, but people then think it's about couples, and it's not. So I really would love you guys' feedback. What's a way to say this is about, relationship with your grown children or your aging parents or your spouse or time, money. It's just that word relationship is a general word, but people think it means couples. So.
Tell you what, we're gonna do an exercise next where you're gonna get to break up into triads and you're gonna get some feedback. Okay? Good. And if anybody else comes up with feedback for Sean, please let me go. Asara, and we're going to you next.
Okay, I'm gonna just 1.0, okay?
Throw it out there.
Throw it out. Produce products the world can't live without with advanced technologies from your galactic team of light.
Cool.
Is it?
Yeah, it's very good. Change the order. Put the galactic team of light up top somehow.
So that is-
Connect with your galactic team of light.
To produce your...
Yeah. Try
To
it.
produce products, okay.
Just try it.
Connect with your galactic team of light for advanced technologies to produce products the world can't live without.
Yes.
Perfect.
That's
That's
it.
it.
Really.
That's
it.
good
You
feedback.
can get advanced
Yeah.
technologies
And
from
Then
your
it's not
galactic
then it's
team
not
of
an
light.
afterthought.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
by
Yeah,
the
yeah,
way.
yeah. Yeah.
And the
I agree.
revelation in history is a
Front and center.
benefit that is subtitle.
Yeah.
Good. Who
Thanks,
else?
guys.
Yeah, very good. Go ahead.
Love your life again in business, on purpose, in charge.
All right.
Ooh.
Good. Yeah. Excellent.
Clearing blocks to allow transformation.
Good.
Simple
Okay.
enough?
Yeah. See if you, well, when you break up into your triads, try it out there, but give me the positive, because transformation can be positive or negative.
Okay.
So put
What
in
about
something,
clearing blocks to allow more?
abundance.
A more
or-
abundant something.
So, yeah,
Okay,
like
or to
something-
allow more.
Joy,
Okay.
Yeah,
Back
but
to
good,
positive
good.
clearing your blocks.
Okay, sorry to the title, but I don't have a lot of the other stuff.
It's all right.
That's okay, I'll come back. But I got this. Stop letting your ex rent space in your brain for free.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, that is good. Give Lori a hand for that one. That is really good. That is really good.
Yeah.
That is great.
Golden.
That's very good. You got some good feedback there. Jenny Grace.
Start from the heart. 4 keys to live and leave a legacy of love.
Nice. Good. Love it. Excellent. Go ahead.
Attract home buyers now. That's for the realtors.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sorry, Lori, I stole it from you. How to create an endless home buyers leads using the power of the internet.
Great.
Create a magnet sales process, and how only work with ready, able, and happy buyers.
Was that all one title?
Oh
Or
no,
those-
I did the 3 points.
Oh,
No,
I'm
the-
sorry. I was okay. did you say the title in there
The
somewhere?
title is Attract Home Buyers Now.
Got it. Okay. Good. And then you had Lori's thing as a subtitle.
The 3 points, the promises.
Okay. Good. Thank you. Yeah. All right. So I got a little
Sorry.
confused there. Who else has a title they would like to share? Go ahead. Lynn.
Using the power of video to attract high-value clients.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or how
Throw in
to-
something there like doing videos like a pro, looking like a pro on videos. Something with the word pro in it. Yeah. That's good. Very good. You're on the right track. Anybody else want to share? Go ahead,
Need
Lori.
help, because mine just seems like it's flat. I have how
Let's
to
hear
be an inspirational leader get high yield results.
It does sound a little flat.
Mm-hmm.
But remember, your customers want specific results. What are those specific results? Put that in there. What are the specific results that they want? Do they want to increase the test scores?
Doing that,
Stop
because I
resist doing that.
Increasing student they want increased student achievement results because that's what the government measures. but they really want impact on kids' lives.
So put that in the title.
Okay.
How about those real those real or those test scores that also positively impact the children? Put that together.
Got it.
Give them that's the real transformation. That's why they'll actually tune in. Okay? Good. Okay, so what we're going to do right now is we're going to break up into groups of 3. And everybody is going to get 5 minutes to go through your outline, including your title. So you tell everybody, here's my title, here's the big promise, and here's the outline. Here's why, here's what, here's how to, and here's the exercise. And then you're going to get feedback from the other 2. And you're going to make adjustments to improve. Okay, so you probably have your notes on this side. If you want to, flip it over and write on the back and actually go through and formalize your outline again, go right ahead. But right now, we're going to break up into groups of 3. Who had a
it was already, yeah.
who wants to share their outline of their talk? So tell us the title and go through why, what, how to, and the exercise. Well, actually, I'm sorry. Let me adjust that. Who would like to share some insights first off that they got from that exercise? Go ahead.
It was really helpful to just have feedback and conversation.
Fantastic.
With these amazing souls who are, we're all on this journey together. And so getting your feedback that then helped me, the reflection helped me clarify some specific things that I can really get even crisper at. Yeah.
Great.
So
Awesome.
the feedback was awesome.
Fantastic. Lynn.
So I left here, saw there was a text, and it's from my minister at my church I used to be associated with, and she asked me to speak.
Yeah! All right, look at that.
So I'm wondering, and it's about enlightenment, so I think I can work this out.
Sure.
I think so.
That's great.
Yeah.
Cool. Awesome. Good job. Who else would like to share some insight that they learned from the last exercise? Anybody else? Oh, sorry, Manisha.
Feedback is really helpful. I love working in the groups and getting an opportunity to just support each other in our own brilliance. And
Great.
really what I got was just putting too much. Lynn shared that. Just trying to pack in too much and really taking out one really golden nugget and letting that just be the essence of what's offered. I think is really valuable. So I just redid this in 5 minutes, taking the structure of what I did and then just replicate the 2.0. And so that was really valuable and helpful.
Cool. That's always the hardest thing for me. When I was writing my book, I read somebody else. They call it "Murdering Your Darlings," which I don't love that. I don't love that title, but what it is it's like you have all this great stuff, and you got to cut it out, and it's hard because you're like, oh, I want to give you this, but you have to. Good stuff. Yes, less is definitely more. Go ahead.
The one thing that was for me as a visual was that we've had so much information, it looks like everything was in one big room, and this exercise took it into different rooms. You put forks in the kitchen, you put socks in a drawer of the dresser. But before it was all this, when we're writing and the pages are full of, you can't see the trees from the forest. So this taking it and organizing it, it's all of a sudden.
Great.
It's making sense.
Awesome. Fantastic. Good. Who else has an insight that they would like to share? Sean.
I got a big thing in that I don't often focus on the pain point, getting rid of what's wrong, and I guess negative is a bigger motivator than positive. So the idea of regarding radical relationship relief, eliminate conflict. And yet I realize, okay, are we completely, mostly we're eliminating it, but I realize what I teach is how to capitalize on whatever conflict you do. So we can capitalize on conflict, kind of, but again, that's positive, but anyway, just the idea of really talking about that was helpful to me. It sounds like it was one of the benefits.
Great. That's awesome. Fantastic. Good. Anybody else would like to share? I got, oh, go ahead.
No, I
Linda.
just wanted to say I'm really glad Lori has joined our group.
Oh,
because
good.
She's has some really great things to offer for the three of us that were here.
Fantastic. Welcome, Lori.
Let's
Yay.
hit the ground running.
Sweet. That's awesome. Great. I got some insight from Sharon. One thing I want to make sure everybody understands, when you do version, you get this up, you get version 1.0, and you get it out there, and you start going. And then you get feedback, and then you turn it into version 2.0, and then you get feedback, and you turn it into version 3.0. So she gave me some good feedback that felt like starting with the, how we show why, what, how to, and then starting with the exercise threw her off. And it wasn't for her the best way to learn it. And so that helped me, that was good feedback. And I went in and I just reordered some exercises to make it a little bit more linear, that kind of thing. And so I'm just pointing that out to say, I'm not immune to this either. And I always am trying, so that's why I try to get, I want your feedback. I want to know how I can improve it. And then you just go and improve it. And then it's just going to be better next time. And it's just going to get better and better and better. So you just keep going. So just get it, it's totally good enough, and then just get it out there and do it, get the feedback, and make it better.